Menhart, and you're listening to the Smacked Raw podcast.
What? Okay, well, has this always been a thing? Where have I been?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Smacked Raw podcast, Monday Night Raw Recap Edition. It's your host, Kyle Tyson, and Kitty, baby. Katie.
Hey.
I can't even muster it, man. Why are we doing this in the morning still? You know,
This is your fault.
look, sometimes doing this in the morning is super convenient and awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I hit it too hard last night with Jess. Jessica.
You might want to rephrase that.
I think I drank too much last night with Jessica.
There you go.
Still shaking off the tequila vibes. Hey, everybody. We're a wrestling recap show, man. Thank you all for joining us. You can always catch us live on twitch.tv/puttingyouover. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell so you never miss a live broadcast. You can also find us on youtube.com/SmackedRawPodcast if you're not able to attend these live shows that we do. And also, you can pretty much find the audio version of this everywhere you look. Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean. You know what's funny? I've never met somebody who was like, yo, I listen to this podcast on Podbean. Like, I want to find out who's using that platform.
I didn't even know it was a thing until I started doing the show.
Right? I didn't know it was a thing either. But, yeah. You can also, hey, man, if you're on the web, go bookmark WrestlingNewsWorld.com. A lot of talented writers over there. News pieces, articles, hot takes, lists, you name it. They've got it over there. They also allow us to be the exclusive recap show on their website. So make sure you go over to WrestlingNewsWorld.com, bookmark them. Yeah, man, support your creators. And speaking of support, we'd like you to support us on patreon.com/SmackedRawPodcast. We have a bevy of reward tiers, including stickers, t-shirts, and the opportunity to go ahead and submit your video unpopular wrestling opinion for the show UWO that is making its return next Thursday. You can go ahead, subscribe to the Super Kick tier, and go ahead on camera. Give us your unpopular wrestling opinion. We will make sure to go ahead and feature it on the show and have the panelists debate whether your take is really outlandish or if it's trash. So, once again, patreon.com/SmackedRawPodcast. I felt really weird.
Why?
I don't know, just advertising. I still have to go back and clip that show you do with Kevin. What was it? AW? Where he does it. I just want to have a soundbite of Kevin for our Patreon.
It's literally different every time. So if we can have a consistent one, that's fine with me.
Okay. I don't know. I'll go back. I'll listen to a couple of them. As long as you just make him the designated Patreon person, I'll go back.
I do.
I'll clip a lot of them. Mash it up. Do it, man. Do it.
He's been doing it for like a month.
Yeah? Where
Yeah.
am I, man? I tune into your shows.
Not
too.
watching.
No, I do. I tune into them.
You just started tuning in like 3 weeks ago. That's real here.
I do, man. Katie, how was your weekend?
What did I even do this weekend? 5? I can't even remember what I did because time's not real. But yeah, it was great.
Ain't that the truth, man? I built a bunk bed yesterday. I think I threw out my back. Yo, listen.
I mean, it's possible.
I got this bunk bed for my kids, and all the reviews and everything, because you buy everything online at this point.
Yeah.
All the reviews were like, "This bunk bed is great, wonderful quality, doesn't squeak." I wanted to kill myself putting it together. And then you read another review. I love this bunk bed, but I've only had like a day to enjoy it because I had to put it together and take it apart 16 times because it's so confusing. And so there I am, like, no, it ain't that bad. I can do this. I'm a man, you know? So I get Jess. For one, it says recommended people, amount of people to put this thing together, 3 to 4 people. We're doing it 2. 2.5. Gavin helps out. And we put this bunk, Katie, when I tell you we put this bunk bed, like all the way together, and then had to take it apart because of something was like off, and we had to like switch it. We had to do that twice. Put it all the way together, dismantle it, put it all the way together again, and dismantle it again. Like we keep getting to like the last 2 steps, and we're like, oh shit, this part's upside down, or oh shit, this is on the left, it should be on the right. Dude, my wife and I spent 5 hours putting this bunk bed together. Katie, I wanted to shoot myself.
Ew.
By the time we were done, we were like, well, that was the day off. That was it. That was our day off. We had to go straight to Gavin's Taekwondo class afterwards and then come home and watch Raw. That was our day. That was our day off. Building bunk bed.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry, I'm really getting this off my chest now, Katie. It was very frustrating in the moment.
I'm your therapist, apparently.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here. That's why I get paid the big bucks, you know?
Yeah. What do you think, Raw?
You know, I think it's the first Raw in a while where like I wasn't fully paying attention to like a lot of the stuff happening.
Yeah.
I found myself, I think, like the second half, I was just not really paying attention. Things weren't catching my attention at all. Like I don't know. It was a weird one.
It was all right. Honestly, it was a very lackluster, I think, show with a strong finish. Like nothing really. I mean, it had a strong opening. I guess we get into it. So it opened. I mean, for one, they pay homage to Martin Luther King for Martin Luther King Day. They do this every year. They run a video package, but then we get technically we get a cold open after that. Randy Orton in a like darkly illuminated ring. He's wearing like the cheapest luchador mask he could get his hands on. Like it was borderline gimp mask. He's got his nose, and you can see it's like close up, like his skin. Like the makeup team did a bang up job to make him look like burnt and disfigured. It's definitely not like the Kane treatment back in the day when they took Kane's mask off and it was like just some charcoal smeared on his face.
Yeah, it wasn't good at all.
That was some terrible stuff. But yeah, Randy Orton just being really dark and brooding. Says that now that he has this mask on, he won't have any more compassion. So that whole storyline lasted like 3 weeks. That he's compassionate, and now he's not compassionate again. He doesn't blame Alexa Bliss. He blames the Fiend, but he still intends on winning the Rumble. So the news outlets is that he's not going to be in the Rumble, but they refuse to not acknowledge that. I think next week we'll finally get the swerve. We'll take him out the Rumble.
I mean, well, now they're having people just fight for spots, and then other people are just declaring. So that still is throwing me off. But yeah, I mean, if you're gonna keep this, he has 1st-degree burns on his face. You can't, unless you just have him wrestle or go 20 minutes in the Rumble at least with a luchador mask on. It's not gonna work.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't wait for next week when we get peeling face Randy Orton. Ew. And his skin's like hanging off his nose.
Stop it.
He's like mid promo, he accidentally like inhales a skin flap.
Ew. Ew, I pictured it. Ew. I hate you so much.
Afterwards, it's announced that Goldberg will appear on the dirt sheet to later on in the evening. Charlie Caruso's backstage. She interviews Lacey Evans, wants to know what's up with her and Ric Flair. Lacey plays it off. She just intends on learning from the dirtiest player in the game. Denies any romantic allegations. Excuse me.
Allegations.
My brain like shorted for a second there. This does set up a match though for her tag team partner. Oh god, it still makes me sick to acknowledge Peyton Royce is Lacey Evans' tag team partner. They're not even ever on screen together anymore.
Nope. No,
they're doing singles matches. Well, I guess they did have a tag team match when they initially pinned Charlotte, but still. I hate it, man. I hate it. Anyways, Peyton Royce attacks Charlotte before the match. During this match, Ric Flair does come out again. Except the big swerve this time is Lacey Evans emerges wearing Flair's robe. She should have been wearing Charlotte's. Like, they should have stole Charlotte's robe and put it on her. That would have been more effective for me.
Yeah.
And then, even though with the distraction, Peyton Royce still loses. Still taps out to the figure 8. You know what kind of bums me out about Peyton Royce? She's not really going to be allowed to win too much, but she has one of the best finishers in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that swinging brainbuster is like a fantastic finisher, but we're never going to get to see it because she's not really being booked that strong. And who would have thought, man? Who would have thought Billie Kay would be the one crushing it after you split them up? I think honestly the internet seems to have known this all along, but
yeah. And Billie Kay's a gem. Peyton Royce, she's trying.
She's fantastic with Billie Kay. Like, Peyton Royce is extremely talented. Take nothing away from her, but she works. Her and Billie Kay's chemistry just elevates her to another level every time, man. Like, I don't get it, man. I don't get it.
They don't make sense.
No, they don't.
Like, WWE doesn't make sense. You break up the tag team, one of the best tag teams, your only actual women's tag team. You have Billie go on to manage the Riot Squad, which is hysterical all itself. And then you have Peyton team with Lacey. For why? I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. They hate each other.
Yeah, so do Nia and Shayna, though. So you literally have another tag team with the same dynamic, except Nia and Shayna do it better. They're actually hilarious and entertaining.
True.
I have a feeling we're about to get a cameo.
I hear a child.
He does pick him up through the wall?
I can hear him in mine. I don't know about the feed.
I don't know if the show picks him up. Oh, well, it died down. Maybe not. So I missed this match. Oh, never mind. Hold on. Before the match, you saw the hilarious failed foot stomp. This was WWE's production has botched big time. Twice now since last Friday. So
I don't get it.
Friday, Adam Pearce's mic goes out during the most climactic story angle that took place on SmackDown. It's the worst time for the mic to go out. This time, it's not as bad as far as like story-wise goes. This was a very throwaway segment, but it was hilarious because Riddle is complimenting the Hurt Business backstage, but he has a way of still insulting them when he's complimenting them, and he doesn't even mean it. I think he said like, people can't call you Slobby Bobby with you dressed like that, which I still think is a hilarious nickname. Anyways, Bobby Lashley says, I like your flip-flops. The camera pans down to Riddle's feet to acknowledge what he's talking about, but the camera does not pan up in time when Bobby Lashley stomps on Riddle's feet. He stomps like 3 feet away from Riddle. Like, you didn't even need the camera pan down there to know he did not stomp on Riddle's feet. They are properly socially distanced. Okay? But lucky for us, the camera was looking right at Riddle's feet. And Bobby Lashley stomped super far away. It was hilarious. I had a good chuckle. Yeah.
It's awful. Listen, I can't.
All right,
I'm really trying here, but
I'm saying, man, you gotta sell it better, Bobby Lashley. People are gonna start calling you Sloppy Bobby. You keep making mistakes like this, all right?
100%.
100%. Oh man, that's your catchphrase. Is 100%. That's your catchphrase. That's a T-shirt right there. 100%. Anyways,
listen, we're not even gonna talk about T-shirts. I want my own.
Patreon.com/SmackDraw Podcast. Oh, you know what? I never hit the sub button. Hey, man, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell on YouTube. Thank you all for getting us to wherever we at subscriber-wise. I think we're at like 205 now.
205 Live?
Yeah, 205 Live is the... No, Jesus, no. Please, no. That means no one will watch us.
I mean, true. I keep forgetting 205 Live's actually a thing still.
Yeah. You know what I just realized? I'm like looking at your picture on the stream, and I'm like, Katie's incredibly red. And yeah, I realized what it was. I had this filter lined up for Kurt's camera because his camera's not the best, but it carried over to you. So people watching on YouTube and you're wondering why Katie is especially pink today, my bad.
I mean, I'm always pink, but Jesus.
There we go.
Yeah.
I
my
fixed
God.
it. Yeah. I was like, why the is she so red? I'm like, oh yeah, because Kurt was extra pale. All right, there we go. That's something else. That's a completely different show, anyways. What was up next? We had the Xavier Woods match against Mace. All I saw was Woods punched Ali before the match. I took the commercial break to put my kids to bed, but by the time we were done putting them to bed, the whole match had happened.
Did you see Ali's promo before the match?
Briefly, he blames Kofi Kingston, right? For missing out on being like a champion or something.
Yeah, because Ali got hurt before the Elimination Chamber in 2019. Kofi took a spot. Kofi went on to Mania, Kofi Mania, all that. So Ali blames Kofi. Is basically the whole gist of this. And Ali's talking trash in the ring before the match starts. Woods pops him. Match starts. Mace is obviously like 2 feet taller than Woods.
Yeah.
Huge. I don't like that they're burying Woods. I'm just going to put that out there now.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the classic story of being in a tag team member becomes injured, and this is what they do if they don't intend on pushing you. You know, you either lose or you play for some backstage role. I liked it when I think it was Jimmy Uso, or no, Jey Uso, I think, was injured, and I want to say Jimmy spent a while on SmackDown's commentary. That was cool. I'm not saying that's what I want out of Xavier Woods, although Xavier Woods would crush it on commentary.
100%.
Absolutely. But yeah, you're right. I don't like that he's losing either. I think it'd be cool to give him a nice little run, but then again, it's just who would you pair him up? Like where would you get this feud?
I don't know. I mean, I kept thinking every time the past 2 weeks where Woods is facing off against someone in Retribution, Ricochet would come on down because he's had plenty of issues with Retribution. Help out Woods since Woods has no one. I have been wrong twice.
I would say this. Although they're trying to keep Ricochet face. I don't know. This is terrible, but the first thing that comes to mind is Ricochet could be getting beat up by Retribution, and Xavier Woods comes out to help him, and it's the classic whole I didn't want your help, so he beats up Xavier Woods, and they get a feud out of those guys. I think they'd tear the house down.
100%.
Yeah. Ricochet had an incredible match with Aj Styles later in the evening too, which I was very grateful for.
Yes.
But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know where you would send Xavier Woods. Shit, I don't know. Send him after Bobby Lashley. Send him after that U.S. title. That's what I would do.
Make him kick in the ring. Put him on SmackDown.
Yes. Got the WrestleMania report. Apparently, WWE is got the next 3 WrestleManias planned out. We saw this online like a couple days ago, but they aired the segments. Triple H and Stephanie like cosplaying as news reporters. Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman announced that it's Raymond James Stadium this year. Sasha Banks as Hailey Mary announces that it's at the AT&T Stadium next year, and then John Cena announces as Hugh Can't See Me, it's in LA 2023 for Hollywood. AT&T Stadium next year. That's the interesting one that got some buzz. People are assuming we'll be able to have like large crowds. Who knows? Maybe the vaccine. Enough people have taken the vaccine. COVID's died down. I don't know. I hope so, man. I hope that we start getting back to some like. I just want to go. I want to be able to go into like a crowd and like cough and not get stared at by a million fucking people. You know.
I really just want to go to a concert.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sad.
I think people are gonna be germaphobes now. Like our whole
Mhm.
generation is now gonna definitely be germaphobes, or at least there's gonna be a lot more of them.
Everyone's gonna become Howie Mandel.
Howie Mandel, that's right. Yes, I heard that soundbite on Joe Rogan. I thought that was hilarious.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, yeah. They Joe Rogan had some guest on, and that was the joke. Was like everybody on the planet has become Howie Mandel.
Howie setting the curve, man.
Yeah. So, what do you think of Alexa's Playground? I liked it. I saw some people hating on it.
I loved it.
Yeah?
Yes. Listen, Alexa can't miss right now. The whole like imaginary friend being like the fiend type thing. Her like facial expressions are incredible. Her like her ability to switch. It's she can't do wrong right now.
She's really good. I think now granted I was pretty inebriated by the end of Raw, but I think she's like becoming the face of Raw. It's kind of the impression I
100%.
got. Like she's essentially Raw's Roman Reigns, or
Yes, she is.
is becoming that, where she's at least the show's spokesperson.
Hmm.
Fantastic. No, fantastic stuff, man. Yeah, so she's on the playground set. She cracks a joke. Let's address the Viper in the room. She kind of leaves it at that. Like, doesn't really say anything. I think it was just to deliver that line, which I thought was good. Alexa Bliss stops Asuka. I love Asuka's cadence too. About still is like Asuka's whole character is she's a fan of Alexa Bliss. She has
Hmm.
there's no animosity from the champion coming in. There's no ego. She's coming in because she legitimately likes Alexa Bliss, and I thought that was a very unique way to approach this story. But I loved it because Asuka's
Hmm.
hilarious, and she played it up. Asuka stopped from sitting on the other swing. Apparently, that's where Alexa's imaginary friend is sitting. Bliss announces that she's going to be in the Royal Rumble. Asuka's very happy for her. Once again, big fan. Asuka starts dancing to the point where it gets Alexa Bliss frustrated. Alexa keeps addressing the empty seat. Asuka confronts her and says, "Look, it's okay. The Fiend is still here." At this point, it triggers Bliss, who I guess notions the rocking horse, and I guess the rocking horse starts rocking, and this finally weirds out Asuka, who then bails. Asuka, you're not really good at reading the room. I gotta say, a long time ago, you could have got weirded out, but yeah, it was good stuff, man.
So good.
Yeah. Shayna Jax and Nia. Shayna Jax.
Shayna Jax.
That's how I have the notes written down.
Shayna Jax.
What's going on with this tag team?
I don't know.
Yeah,
They're deteriorating.
they're falling apart.
Yeah.
They're hilarious though. They're so funny.
They are funny,
I
which makes me like I don't want them to break up.
yeah.
But the feud, like we're gonna get out of it, is just gonna be Shayna trying to kill Nia.
Yeah, man. Shayna's backstage talking about the Royal Rumble. She declares herself in it. And she says that I'll throw out anybody, including my own tag team partner, while Nia is standing there. And just the like, what the did you say? Like look on Nia's face. It's their dynamic. Their chemistry together is fantastic. Just the whole they annoy the hell out of each other, but they know they make such a good team, and that's what keeps them together. Is because they're both.
Yeah.
I mean, give it to them for just realizing, like, hey, we know how to win. But they also, I think it was in this. Oh no, it was in a segment later. But later on in the show, they announced that they want their rematch for the tag titles as well. That was after their match. Jeff Jarrett believes Goldberg's gonna win. Big surprise there. It was backstage segment of Jarrett. It was
Stupid.
It is what it was. I mean, you gotta take advantage of the employees that you have, and now that pre-recorded stuff doesn't seem so awkward, But got a match what, Mandy Rose, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Mandy Rose faced off against Baszler. Essentially, Baszler just like worked over Rose's arm, if I recall correctly.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I remember though. Nia Jax for was on commentary was actually pretty good. They kept saying like, "Are you guys gonna break up?" And it set her off on commentary at one point. But after the match, obviously Shayna wins. After the match, Shayna and Nia Jax are on the outside, and I don't know why, but like, Dana Brooke delivers the most painful looking drop kick off of the apron I have seen in a long time. She just drops like a stone. She does like a missile drop kick off of the apron into, I want to say, Nia Jax, who runs into Shayna Baszler into the ring post. But I went back and watched that replay and I was like, oh my God, Dana definitely took the worst out of that. Like, it looks so painful.
There was no need to even do that. Like, I mean, they were arguing amongst each other.
Yeah, you could have like shoulder blocked, did something like, damn, dude, that was like a pay-per-view bump. Like, you know, like that was just, it looked painful as hell. Go back, watch it. I wish I had thought I would have saved the GIF. I'd just throw it up on air right now. But oh God, dude, it looked really bad. Don't do that, Dana.
It did.
Don't do that.
No, Dana. Bad Dana.
This did spark discussion in the group chat though, that Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Mandy Rose, Dana Brooke, Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax. That's a hell of a stacked women's division. It doesn't even include Charlotte. Charlotte's on there too, but I try to ignore that. That is a hell of a women's division, man. Y'all could do something. Like, you could really need more, man. There's a lot of talented women on Raw, man. Raw's easily more stacked than SmackDown, you'd say, right?
100%.
100%.
Women-wise, yeah. Stop.
100%.
Now, stop it.
You're going to notice every
now
time
I'm self-conscious about it. Oh, no. Thanks. Oh, God.
It's 100%, man.
It's fine. I'm just going to have a crisis on camera. Whatever.
For real, though. I don't know off the top of my head. But just so much talent. It's a lot of talent. I bet this is going to be an awesome women's rumble.
Oh, I almost said it again. It is. I caught myself that time. Oh man.
Yeah.
No, the women's rumble has been my favorite since they started doing it, because I'm always intrigued because they have enough to do the majority of the women that they like have on the rosters, but they have like probably enough spots to do a few NXT and like one or two legends.
And I'm
saying Melina.
We've already arguably burned through most of the women's legends anyways. You know.
Yeah, which is why I say like one or two, because like you could have Trish come back in, or Lita, give or take. Probably not Lita, because Lita hates WWE. But you could have Trish come back probably one more time. She'd probably be game. I still want Melina in the Rumble.
Yeah.
Yes. I missed
Melina's thing though. You know that. I know she's really talented, but that was just her and what? It was Morrison. Eminem. Yeah, I wasn't actually watching wrestling, I think, at that point.
It wasn't until like after she kind of left Eminem,
mm-hmm.
or Mercury like busted his face. So it just became like her and Morrison.
Yeah.
That's when she started like becoming and killing it.
It's funny that we mentioned them because there was a funny clip that surfaced yesterday that comes up every Martin Luther King Day, and it's Edge trying to get into a fight with, who was it? No, John Cena, and Edge was talking about the state that he was in was one of the last states to recognize MLK Day, so he wouldn't wrestle in front of those bigots. But behind him was Eminem, and It's not Jamie Noble. It's what's his
Joey
name?
Mercury.
Joey Mercury had the mask on from getting his face completely demolished by that ladder.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I thought about that. By the way, if the stream's acting up, sorry guys, my dog ate my Ethernet cable. I have a new one coming today, so I'm not sure how bad if it's coming through, but it'll be fine come tonight. But
my dog ate my homework.
No, for real though.
No, you really did.
Yeah. So Charlotte Flair actually came up with something clever, talking about her interview that everyone always likes to point off that she's living off the Flair name and legacy, when in fact that's Lacey Evans' whole ordeal right now, which I thought was pretty cool. And then she says that Charlotte, although her dad is the dirtiest player in the game, that's never been her style, but maybe it should be going forward. Yeah, Charlotte's really never been like, as far as in-ring wise, reflected Ric Flair's. She's more or less reflects like John Cena. She's like just like super overpowered in the ring.
Yeah.
What type of stuff would she do? Like,
I don't know.
How would Charlotte cheat? I mean, with as tall as she is, I mean, she could use the ropes easy. She'd be pinning someone middle of the ring and still get her feet on the ropes.
Probably.
She's really tall, man.
She
Actually,
really
I think she's like 5'10". I think she's the same height as Jess, my wife.
I'm only 5'2", so everyone's taller than me. So
I don't know. She used weapons. Would that be her thing? Weapons.
weapons?
No. Although it wouldn't hurt.
Unless
It wouldn't hurt to have somebody's bring back. I'm not saying it has to be Charlotte. I miss people using the table often, like Dudley Boys. Really need some good table spots. Charlotte,
not on the announce table though.
no,
No, we've talked about that. It doesn't break.
it does not.
No. Somebody's gonna die going through that announce table.
Oh man, I don't know what Charlotte does. Yeah, I don't know. Get Little Nate on board, although he's on SmackDown. Little Nate is on SmackDown.
Well, Nate is on SmackDown.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, was it just me, or when backstage with Adam Pearce was talking to Ricochet about his upcoming match, and then you had AJ Styles and Omos in the fray? To me, it looked like Adam Pearce, AJ Styles, and Ricochet were all the same height. Like they looked all the same height. And then the moment Ricochet went through the curtain and then they panned back, Adam Pearce like grew a foot. Like if you go back and you watch this backstage segment, I'm telling you, it's not hard to imagine that they're all doing this promo on their knees just to make Almost look that much bigger. It's not hard to picture it. I'm just saying. Jess thought Almost was standing on a box. Jess thought Almost may have been standing on something just to give him that extra couple inches.
No, I think they're all just small.
I don't
like
Adam
AJ's
Pearce
tiny.
Looks like he's 6'2", 6'3", though. That's the thing. Adam Pearce looks tall. And the fact that during this segment he was the same height as AJ Styles really was messing with me. Adam Pearce. I'm telling you, this guy's got to be over 6 foot. He's from High Point, North Carolina. Oh, wait, no, that's Adam Pearce Furniture. Oh, never mind. 6'2". Adam Pearce is 6'2". All right. We all know AJ Styles ain't 6'2".
Nope.
5'11". All right.
Okay.
And then Ricochet. Ricochet strikes me as 5'10". 5'10", 5'11" as well. 5'9" is what he's billed. So the fact that Adam Pearce was the same height as these two guys. So I'm not crazy. Okay. Adam Pearce just forgot to stop ducking or bending his knees, whatever he was doing. Because after Ricochet came back, Adam Pearce grew a foot. I'm telling you. I don't know why these little things fuck with me. I can't help it, man.
I don't know. It's very
kid,
fun to watch you try and figure it out.
As a kid, I was the worst to watch some movies with because I would notice all the little things that were wrong. It started in The Lion
the
King. I know when it
inconsistencies?
started. The Lion King, you can hear somebody right before Mufasa is tossed off a cliff. You can hear somebody feed Mufasa his line. Like, go back, watch The Lion King. I picked up on this at like 6. Okay,
That's
you hear
awful.
somebody in the background just like, brother, and then he's like, brother, and just fucking and he gets tossed. But you hear someone feed him his line. Ever since I picked up on that as a kid, I always like notice like all the shit that's wrong in movies, and I ruin it for everybody. But yeah, I'm a terrible person. I know, I'm a terrible person. I'm sorry.
I mean, you are, but the line. Oh, they feed him his line.
You can hear it.
I haven't seen the original one like in a while.
Go back. Just for the cliff part, you hear somebody feed him his line, man. I'm proud of that. Spot that I was a kid. Anyways, why would someone need to feed you that line? It's one word. I don't know.
Like Daniel Jones, like you just forgot? Like what's going on here? Of all people to forget their line.
Oh man. Anyways, Ricochet and AJ Styles have an incredible match. Big surprise there. Ricochet hitting a backflip into a German suplex. Love that move. Counters a phenomenal forearm into a recoil. But at one point, AJ pulls off the spot. It just blew everyone's mind on Twitter. He throws Ricochet onto the ropes. Ricochet bounces off to the ropes into a Styles clash. Fantastic stuff, man. 5-star stuff here.
10 stars.
10 stars. Give them all the stars.
Just for that spot.
Yes. That's good, man. And then, I realized I stopped taking notes after Elias. So, there's that.
Great.
6-man tag. Good on Bobby Lashley. Stop. So Cedric Alexander and I don't know why Cedric and Shelton.
Hold on.
What did I
You
miss?
skipped the dirt sheet.
Okay, yeah. So I was really hard on my notes at this point. So the dirt sheet's what happened next.
Yeah, after Ricochet and AJ.
All right, I'll let you go through that.
I don't even want to talk about it. I was sitting here and I was like, "There's no way they got Goldberg," because they were hyping it up the entire night. The dirt sheet with Goldberg. His music plays. I'm like, oh, he's just not gonna show up. It's fucking Gilbert.
Way to go, Gilbert. Speedy recovery, man. Dude just had a heart attack.
That's insane.
Yeah, Gilbert. I knew it, man. I knew it. I wish I had thrown it out into the ether, but I was kind of like you. I was like, man, they're gonna get Goldberg. I was like, this is gonna be a swerve, man. It was Gilbert, which, by the way, Gilbert was hilarious during the segment. Anytime somebody else was talking, Gilbert was doing like running through his facial expressions and his grunts and stuff in the background. Oh my god! But not only did they bring out Gilbert, they brought out Drew McIntyre, some guy from New Jersey with his ass crack hanging out the kilt.
Oh my god, it was awful.
He's got a bad wig on and he does an even worse impression. Oh man, I loved it. It was just enough silliness, which goes with the Miz and Morrison. I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. Yeah, I mean that's what it was. That's all it was. It was just them taking the piss out of him. I think I lost Katie. Oh nope, there you are. Okay, it's the Wi-Fi. Oh, I really might have lost you. Oh man, I'm getting really bad flashbacks here. I might have to go solo. Katie, are you there? Right when I say that I'm out of notes, Katie has to bail. This is what I get. This is karma coming back to rear its ugly head. Let me see here. Anyways, I guess I go on. I guess I try to power this out. Honestly, not too much happened outside of the Alexa Bliss stuff. Yeah, there it goes.
Hello?
Hey, you're back.
What the fuck?
I was about to have a heart attack, man. I was like, oh man, this is karma. This is karma coming
yeah,
back.
I should have just left you.
Yeah. I was like, right when I admit I have no more notes. I was like, Katie disappears.
My Zoom like closed, and I was like, no. I was panicked.
Oh man.
Oh god, flashbacks. Now I'm sweating.
It wouldn't have been you left on air though.
I know, but I would have felt bad. Oh, I don't like this.
All right. Gnarly's in here. I bet
think
that's
we're
a
good.
good person. Looking at Twitch tab. Someone named Gnarly. I like that. I guess we just power out the rest of the show.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Yeah.
6-man tag. A lot of infighting. It was mainly just infighting between Cedric and Shelton Benjamin. A lot of trash talk. Like, they're not even hiding it anymore. They're fighting in the ring. I love the point when Bobby Lashley is like, I've had enough of this crap. And he tags himself in and just runs up and beats the hell out of Grand Metalik and taps him out. And it was like, screw it, man. Just win the match.
Honestly.
What the hell are they doing with the Hurt Business, man? You can't break these guys up. Can't have this.
I don't think they're going to break them up. I think this is going to be a learning experience for them. Because Cedric's had this scrappy-do attitude for weeks now, where he thinks he's superior because he was winning matches left and right. And it's all Cedric, like, the fame going to his head.
Yeah.
So I think if they beat him up a little bit, beat him up a little more, like, maybe he needs it.
Well, it's going to come down to the Royal Rumble. Because you have the Hurt Business. If you have the entire Hurt Business in the Rumble, you have a story of how they could win it. But it's going to come down to Cedric and Shelton Benjamin eliminating each other. And that's how the Hurt Business is going to get taken out in the Rumble.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to break up, though. I think this is just going to be a learning experience.
I hope not, man. They're my favorite faction. My favorite faction in all of wrestling.
I know they are.
And they dress really good, Katie. I want a suit like that.
Get a suit like that.
Yeah. Unlike Bobby Lashley, Slobby Bobby, I ain't going to pour milk all over it, all right?
Oh.
That hurt, man. That hurt to watch. I guess there's... Before the match between Elias and Jackson Riker, they don't want any more miscommunications. I guess Elias was like, I don't want you to interfere in last week's match, but he did. And they're just kind of playing off this. Jackson Riker doesn't even know if Elias is going to help him out or not. During the match, Jeff Hardy does get the upper hand on Jackson Riker. Elias pushes him off top rope for the DQ. Already dissension between Elias and Riker. Like this thing has been like what, a month now, and they're already kind of like, it's a weird throwaway story. Don't really care about this whole trio right now. I feel bad because I actually like kind of everybody involved, including Riker, more or less for in-ring. I think he's shown like a couple little hints of him being funny with Elias, but at the same time, none of them are doing anything. Like you shoot a month of Raw without any of those guys on it, I wouldn't even notice. Would not notice.
I did notice there was no Keith Lee or Sheamus this week.
Yeah, damn. It's good, though. Give him a break, man. Sheamus and Keith Lee been breaking their backs. Also, at this point, Katie, I'm out of notes.
Of course you are. Fuck. Well, you talked about Jeff versus Jackson. It literally looks like I wrote Jason. That's not right. Drew McIntyre saying he's coming back next week.
Damn, that's fast.
That's what I was thinking too. Oh man, you're funny. You're a funny one.
Hey, man.
But he was basically just saying that, well, in his like video promo from his home gym, that he's returning next week. We found out later that Goldberg is also returning next week. So they're going to be face to face.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh man, the tension is palpable. Fuck.
Oh.
Goldberg. You know that Gilbert said he wants his retirement match to be against Goldberg.
Goldberg would kill him.
Yeah, he wants his retirement.
Does he want to die in the ring?
Well, he thinks it would be like true to his character. His final match would be him getting squashed by Goldberg. because that's his career, is squash matches. Outside of I guess him and James Ellsworth had like a battle of the jobbers on the indies at one point, and which saw Gilbert unable to get a chin lock on James Ellsworth because he doesn't have a chin. His hands just kept like slipping right off of him. Yeah, I think WWE did that as well at one point.
That's actually really funny. I didn't even think about that. But no, Drew's just like, I need like the Goldberg to. I don't even remember exactly what he said because, again, I wasn't fully paying attention to everything. I don't know why.
This pays off, dude. We're so professional over here.
At least I have notes.
Yeah,
Kyle.
Look, man, like I think.
You were drinking. I get it.
Me and Jess, we rarely get along. I think we actually were having a really nice night last night.
Yeah, good. That's
good. Yeah.
Good.
There's no marital problems, I promise you. We just don't like each other a lot of the time. 10 years.
Kevin just tries to keep taking your wife.
That's why. That's what it is.
That's why. It's all Kevin's fault. I'm telling you. Always.
Oh, man. After this, it was Alexa Bliss, right?
Yeah,
it was
Alexa versus Asuka.
This is cool. This was cool. They're having a match. Alexa Bliss in her like playful persona, because her and the Fiend have their dual personas. Mm-hmm. So she's in her like playful schoolgirl persona, I guess. I don't know. And then during the match, the lights go out. To how the Fiend emerges, but it cuts to commercial, and then when we come back from commercial, now we have like 2005 Hot Topic Alexa Bliss, and in there dark eye makeup and everything, and she completely squashes Asuka, and not even like in an overpowering way. She was like light years faster than Asuka. Their choreography was insanely good. Alexa Bliss couldn't be touched out there. Everything Asuka threw was missing, with the exception of a very short burst of offense she was given at the end. Other than that, Alexa Bliss murdered Asuka in the ring, completely squashed her. Ended up winning the match, of course, and we close on Bliss. I loved it, man. I thought that was really... No one has ever dominated Asuka. That's the first time that's happened. In WWE, has anybody been dominant against her? Fantastic stuff.
The thing I'm worried about with this Bliss is when they have a crowd back, they're not going to be able to do like these cool transitions. Because after she won with Sister Abigail, she's just standing looking at the camera, and then it like glitches to playful schoolgirl Alexa Bliss, and then at the end, she's looking at the camera again, smirks, and the Fiend's voice is just like, "Let me in."
Oh yeah, that was right. That was cool. That was really cool.
I love what they're doing with Alexa. Like I said before, she can't miss. Especially with this, I was losing my mind. I was like, "Oh my god, she's killing her," kind of literally. But with that whole transition thing at the end, I started thinking, I was like, when they get a crowd back, what are they going to do?
I mean, simply put, they'll just do the stuff backstage. They can run the quick changes in a backstage setting. She can teleport to the big screen. They're not going to be able to do the mid match change. Mm-hmm. But yeah, there's ways to work around it. My actually concern was her offense style is not going to work with less talented wrestlers on the roster. Yeah. Asuka's extremely talented. Yes. I'm not gonna like throw shade at anybody, but like it's gonna be harder for the choreography to work with other women. How her style worked with Asuka. That's gonna be, instead of like, whereas other people, they just are more powerful. They're stronger. They can shake off like getting hit. Her stuff was like dodges and like blocks and counter strikes. It was like a kung fu movie. It was badass, man. Mm-hmm. The junk was like an anime. It was cool. It was cool. But either way, loved it. Alexa Bliss totally there's your answer for what they're doing with the Raw Women's Championship. That can't travel to Alexa Bliss fast enough. Like, yes, that's her title yesterday.
As it should be, because again, Asuka isn't doing anything with either title she has. So put it on Bliss.
They're not
Please.
even just like Peyton Royce and Lacey Evans. They're not even shooting segments with her around her tag team partner Charlotte.
I know.
Yeah, get the belts off of those women. I mean, I never really wanted Asuka to lose her title. Just wanted to have people fight for it. But get the tag team titles off. Just give it back to Shayna. I didn't want Asuka
to win the tag title.
Yeah, just get the tag titles back on like Nia and Shayna, and let somebody else properly beat them to actually build a star instead of it's like, haha, it's Charlotte. She needs a belt on her because she's here.
Which I knew as soon as her music played at whatever pay-per-view, I was like, great. I was like, they're going to win now. Yep. Awesome. Another double champion.
Charlotte
the one thing I didn't want.
Yeah.
Charlotte wins.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is at this point.
It was bad because, everyone was like, she missed all this time for elective surgery on, I guess, like a ruptured implant or something. But then Charlotte herself went on record after she came back, was like, they didn't really have anything for me that interests me. Meaning they didn't intend on putting gold on Charlotte. So she just wanted to sit on the shelf until they were like, okay, we found a title you can win. Like, we found a spot for you to come back and get some gold. Stupid, man.
Stupid.
Thank you for watching our show, the SmackDown Podcast. Raw's good, man. Let us know what you thought, Alexa Bliss. What do you think about this overpowered Alexa Bliss? Is it too much? Do you think it's going to age well? Let us know in the comments. Reach out to us on Twitter at SmackDownPod, myself at The Kai Tai Show. Katie, where can they find you at?
At Katie Rasslin 13, WRASSLIN, no G.
13.
13.
Once again, like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We'll catch you guys on Wednesday when Katie does the AEW recap. We'll see you all then. But of course, until next time, y'all have a good one.
Bye-bye.